How are y'all doing today? All right, so I'm having an issue with this. Let's cancel video, pause. All right, it says reconnecting. All right, so go back, discard. I'm doing it again, y'all. I'm sorry. So for those on Instagram, something happened with the phone, and it killed the live. So we live again on Instagram. All right, there we go. Hello, everybody. I am the real Alisa Applewhite, your CEO 3 times, and I spent a minute of your time trying to fix the computer. All right, let's get to it. So, this is episode number 15. I'm sorry, episode number 57, how to register your business with the state. Questions and answers with your CEO 3 times, Alisa Applewhite. All right, awesome. So, I am actually going to go to the state website today, and the state website that I'm gonna go to is North Carolina, because I'm in North Carolina. So I want to show y'all like how to do it, right? Because I got some tips, but I feel like if I show you how to do it, then you'll be able to do it. And it might be different in your state, but some of the questions might be very, very similar, right? So definitely we're going to get to that. Whoever asked that question, thank you so much. But let's get to the banners because y'all know I love my banners. All right. So first way. Okay. Why do I go live Monday through Friday? All right. So I go live Monday through Friday because I get so many DMs, emails, calls. I get questions when people see me asking me, how do I run a healthcare staffing agency? Asking me, how do I, how am I mom of 5, right? So like this phone keeps slipping. I don't know what's going on, y'all. This tripod ain't working. I'm just saying. Oh, it's not on the tripod. That's why. The tripod too big. We gotta figure this out. Y'all, because I want y'all to see it and phone be slipping and falling and stuff, right? All right, so what I'm saying. Oh, why do I go live? So I go live Monday to Friday. Again, y'all ask me so many questions. And I'm the type of person where if you ask me a question, I want to give you my full attention. I want to make sure that I'm giving you enough value so that you can take action now, right? That's just me. I believe in people taking action now. And in order for you to take action now, I have to have at least 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes max to answer your question. And if you think about it, if 100 people ask me a question, I take 15 minutes to answer each question, I won't have any time to run my business, be with my family, or do anything, right? So I decided to have the go live Monday through Friday to answer your questions. So whatever question you ask me, it goes on this question list, right? And it goes on this question list, and I answer your questions live. All right. So I'm telling you, today is just the devil trying to be busy. He trying to stop us from being great, but I'm gonna show y'all the state website because I just won't let him win. But that's why I go live Monday through Friday. And on Friday, I won't be here. I will be out of town on Friday and Monday. So you will be getting a recording. And on Saturdays and Sundays, you always get a recording. So you'll get a recording of a previous question somebody asked, and I gave tips on it. All right. So the next one is, why do they call you CEO 3 times, right? And it's weird because when people call me this, I look over like they know me. Praise God, right? All right. So they call me CEO 3 times because I have 3 companies, right? Me and my husband has 3 companies. The first company is called Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing. This has started everything. This is the company that staff medical professionals in hospitals, nursing homes, and doctors' offices, y'all. All right. Then we have TOTLHS Heart to Go Inc. This was established from Top of the Line because we have a gala called the Heart to Go Gala every year where we celebrate medical professionals and we just celebrate them in a magnificent way. And the spotlight is all on them, just thanking them for all their years of service and their time in service. But it doesn't only do that. It also houses how we take care of our medical professionals. So we help them with like rental assistance, mortgage assistance, car payment assistance, financial literacy education, credit education, right? Scholarships, anything that will take care of the holistic medical professional comes out of this nonprofit. All right. And then number three, the real Alisa Applewhite Consulting is what has brought you questions and answers live for 15 minutes. But it does not only do that, it also houses our education section where we educate everyday people to teach them how to start a staffing agency from scratch to government. We also teach other healthcare staffing owners on how to target premium clients. We also teach medical professionals on how to be the best medical professional they can be. And then we partner with hospitals to show them how to retain their staff, right? And we're thinking about partnering with some nursing homes as well, because one of my clients say that, I hear you partner with hospitals, but what about us, right? So we're thinking about adding that for sure. Because I want to make sure I'm partnering with anybody who has a patient. And if anybody knows me over there for the first time ever here and you don't know me, everything for me is about my patients, right? So as long as I'm helping a patient, I'm doing the job that God sent me to do, right? So it has nothing to do with a specialty or a field. It really has something to do with who that patient I'm helping at that bed. All right, so that is why they call us CEO three. Call me CEO three times because I have three companies. Let's get to the episode, y'all, because we got 8 minutes, and I want to make sure we might go over a little bit over 15 minutes because I want to make sure I go through the website with you and for this recording that you see how to do it. All right, so how do you register your business with the state, right? The first tip that I'm going to give you is the Secretary of State. So this is different for everybody's state. But if you search your state, so like if you live in New York, if you search in the Google search, New York Secretary of State or New York SOC, right? Secretary of State, SOS, then it'll pop up like New York Secretary of State. If you search California Secretary of State, and let's just search the word. So just because, what if somebody has that name, right? It's crazy. I just thought about it. What if somebody have that name? Let's just search the word, right? So like Texas Secretary of State, North Carolina Secretary of State, right? So you want to search the state that you want to start your business in. And I always tell people this, and some people don't know this. You do not have to start your business in the when it comes to healthcare staffing. Let me say that. I can't speak for every other business, but I can speak for healthcare staffing. When it comes to healthcare staffing, you do not have to start your business or register your business in the state that you live in. You can start your business in Hawaii. You can start in the Virgin Islands. I cannot speak for international. I have no international business, right? But I can speak for the state of the United States. And you can start your business. I live in North Carolina, and we staff in New York and New Jersey, right? So you can register your business in any state, and you can start your business in any state. And then once you start your business in any state, to operate in other states, it's a foreign entity license that you get. And we could talk about that if y'all want to talk about that. If you want to talk about foreign entity, if you want to know more about it, make sure you just leave a comment, message me, DM me. I could put it on the question list. But how you register your business, you have to start with a state. So pick a state, search that state, and search for example, North Carolina Secretary of State. All right. And then most of the states, not most of them, all of the United States now have online applications where you can do your application for that state online. Now, I don't know if they require states that we don't operate in. I'm not sure if they will require other paperwork, but there are ways to figure out how that particular state requires additional paperwork for healthcare staffing. Again, because I am a healthcare staffing owner, there are websites that you can use, and I like giving gems. Harbor Compliance is a free website that you can use that can show you what license you need in specific states, right? So that is a plug that you can use to show you, all right, what do I need to operate in this state, right? So you can just know where to start. So online applications are usually what is the registration for the state. And then number 3, you got to pay for the registration. So You can pay somebody $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000 to do all this stuff I'm about to show you on the state, or you can do it yourself, right? Because even if you pay that person $100, $500, $200, you still got to pay the registration fee, right? So, like, if you pay your lawyer $5,000 for them to get you out of case, then the court still has fees and you have to pay that additional fee. So when I'm about to show you, you can take this video and it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, like it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram. You can take this video, apply it to your state, and walk through and register for your own business, right? In the state that you're in. All right. So I rarely share on StreamYard, but I am going to share and let's see how this works, y'all, right? So let's share our screen, and I'm going to pick here because that's where I want y'all all in my business. And so all right, so here is the Secretary of State for people who can't see it. Let's see. All right, there we go. So you go to the Secretary of State, and I went to North Carolina Secretary of State. So see how it says sosnc.gov, right? You just look up, you just search what you want to search. So I already put it here because I knew I was going to do this Secretary of State. So, hey, Missy Lane, how are you? So you just click there, you hit register your online business. So file a business annual report. This is where you file your annual report per year, and it's just you're saying all the updates that you have for your business, and you pay the fee, right? Reestate or requalify. It's like if you had your business and you didn't pay that annual, that you didn't file it annually, you want to reinstate it. Here you go, you can reinstate it. Renew your notary commission, right? So if you're a notary in North Carolina, this is where you go to renew your notary commission in order to keep being a notary. But for this episode, we're going to go to register your business online. So what y'all got to understand is I already have a business in North Carolina. So my computer automatically generates my username and my password. But for those people who don't have a business in that state, who don't have a sign-in, you're going to go here where it says first time user, right? So you're not going to go to sign in. If you signed in, you forgot your password, go here, forget your password, username. These are browser recommendations that you can look at, and that just means, hey, maybe you need to use Google, maybe you need to use Firefox, whatever, right? But for right now, for educational purposes, we're going to go to first time user. So we go to first time user, and it tells you this little thing, processing time. Due to staffing shortages, the agency continues to work through its business registration mail backlog from the recent ended business filing season. Okay, all this stuff right here, right? It can take up to 8 weeks to process. We strongly urge annual reports and business documents to be filed. So definitely read this. This is the alert. And if you are renewing your business, you definitely want to renew it way before time, because it can take processing time to come back. And if your business is not registered, the day that it becomes no longer registered, you cannot operate, right? You got to stop. All right, so you create your username, and it's anything you want to create. You'll create your password. It tells you the stipulations on what password you can create. Confirm the same password you put there. Account name, it cannot be changed in edit mode. So you can put your account name here, whatever your account is, your business name, your name. And I always tell people, do your Secretary of State first before you do your EIN. All right. So then your first name, middle name, last name, suffixes, junior, senior, stuff like that. Will you be submitting documents for filing on behalf of a law firm or corporate service provider, right? So are you doing this behalf of on behalf of a law firm? Or are you doing this based on if you're a corporate company and you're doing it for that corporate company? So I would say no, because I'm teaching people how to do this themselves to build their own business, right? So you're not working for a law firm, or you're not working for a corporate service provider, right? So you put in your physical address, not the business address, y'all. Put in your physical address, your city, your state, your zip code, county, telephone number where they can contact you, and you can put in your business number here, or your cell phone number um, here, so they can contact you. Um, Contact email, and then a notification email. This is very important. Make sure, all right, y'all, we are over our 15 minutes, but I'm gonna keep going. Make sure you put in an email where they can notify you. Like, don't put in an email where it's gonna go to spam, because anything that happens with the Secretary of State, right, you want to address it right away. So don't put in any email that they cannot notify you, right? So put in the email they can notify you. And your billing email, of course, it speaks for itself. Where they can send your bill at, right? So usually that can be the same. So I'm gonna go back to sign in, because I'm already signed in, and if I create a new one, then it's gonna prompt me with a new one. So the great thing about, once you are signed in, you got your sign in, your username, right? I can sign in. Sign me in. Let's see. I can sign in, and it takes me right back here. So you can create multiple businesses, y'all. You don't only have to create one business with one sign in, and that's a great thing, right? You could use one sign in and create multiple businesses. So then we'll click right here, register your online business. So you done did that first time user, you signed in. You're gonna go right back here to register your online business, and these are the questions you're gonna answer. So right here it says Secretary of State, business registration. You're doing your business registration filing. You can view a video. Now, I don't know if other states have this, but North Carolina has it, where you can view a video that shows you how to create your online business, right? So that can help you as well. Use your browsers to autofill functionality may cause issues or errors when submitting the document. So please be sure to check the information entered before submitting. So you know how when you are checking and like you're filling this in and it automatically fills in, well, sometimes it will remain blue. And when you hit submit, it'll tell you that you didn't submit it correctly. So I just tell people just to type it in, or even if it's blue, just type it in, take off the last letter, delete it, and then put it in. All right, so I'm gonna pretend like I'm starting a business, but when I get to the registration side, I'm gonna end because I already have 3 businesses. I don't want any more at this point. All right, so has this entity been created in another state or country? So again, I'm assuming from scratch this is my first business. So no, this entity, special word for entity is business, right? Has this business been created in another state or country, right? Choose which type of entity you want to create or register to do business in North Carolina, right? So I'm going to choose here. This is up to you, right? I always suggest a limited liability company until you get educated enough and get the right mentors to teach you to do differently, right? So you can do a business corporation, limited liability company, limited liability partnership, limited partnerships, RLLP, nonprofit corporation, professional limited liability company. This is for medical professionals or anybody that's a professional like a lawyer or something, right? So that's a whole nother question together. Somebody need to ask that question. I'll definitely do 15 minutes on that. But existing limited liability registration, right? So you already have one existing. So just for educational purposes, we're going to say limited liability company, and we'll hit next. All right, because I don't want to lose this. All right, so enter the business entity name you would like to register, right? So enter the complete company name, which must include, I hope y'all see that, which must include limited liability company ending required. So it has to say LLC, it has to say limited liability company. So for educational purposes, I'm just gonna make up something. I'm gonna say the candy store LLC, right? There you go. And it will let you know if it's available, right? So if it's not available, it's going to say it's not available. But apparently the Candy Store LLC is available, right? So that's one of the ways how you can figure out if your name is available, right? So you're going to register agent information. Each domestic and foreign entity is required to maintain a registered agent in a registered agent office in North Carolina. The sole duty of registered agent is to receive any legal documents on behalf of the company and forward them to the principal office of the company. If you reside in North Carolina, you may be your own registered agent, right? So again, if you register your state that you live in, you can be your own registered agent. In fancy words, all it is the person that receives any legal paperwork that is due to you. So like if the registration for the Secretary of State got to come to you. If somebody want to sue you, you're just saying, in this state, I'm my own registered agent and I can receive my mail. The thing about operating in another state, when you register in another state, you do have to pay for a registered agent in that state. And it's things that you can do to pay for registered agents. If you're a healthcare staffing company, I always tell people go to Harbor Compliance. Harbor Compliance will help you pay. I mean, you can pay Harbor Compliance like $100 a month. I mean, $100 a year or something like that. It's $100 a year or $200 a year, where they can be your registered agent and they will collect all your mail in that state that you register in. So, right, don't pick your family, don't pick your friends, y'all, because if you're gonna be sued, that person's address is going to be on that legal paper because as your registered agent. So go with a registration service that can pick this up for you, right? So choose one of the below to designate the registered agent, right? So you just say, I will be my own registered agent because I live in North Carolina. This is what I will pick. Or an entity or person not on the list below has given consent to be the registered agent. An entity on this list has given consent to be the registered agent. So you'll click that one and you just hit the drop down. And this just shows you all of the registered agents in the state of North Carolina. Again, that will show you all of the registered agents in your state as well. So if you want to contact them, right, you can definitely contact them and say, hey, can you be my registered agent, right? If you don't want to go through Harbor Compliance. All right. So here you go. And the thing I like about Harbor Compliance is they will register your state for you. They renew your license for you. They'll say, hey, it's time for your license to be renewed. And they'll renew it for you. You just pay them a fee and they renew it. And then you pay the registration fee. All right. So I'm going to choose, I will be my own registered agent because I live in North Carolina. Not on the list below as given in the consent. Then you'll hit next. And I really hope this is helping some people because it's not as difficult as people say. Go to your Secretary of State register, but they don't nobody show you how to do it. All right. So the email address of the registered agent. So you need an email address of the registered agent. So we just gonna use one of my multiple emails that I have. And I have them because I do a lot of stuff, y'all. Right. And is the registered agent a business or entity? And I'll say no, they're not. So who is the registered agent? It's me. Right. And then you hit next. All right. I want to make sure y'all can see it on Instagram. So register office, street address, right? So we're going to use my business address. Because this is searchable, right? I'm not putting my home address up here. I'm putting my business address up here because this is searchable. So Julian Clark. What is it? Drive? Oh yeah. All right. So we are in Huntersville. I got one. I got one even better. Here we go. 933 Louise. I don't even know it. Okay. Yeah. 95401. Y'all, I'm trying to figure this out. Because I don't want anything, because this is already Avenue. All right. So, Hunters. I'm so sorry if I'm taking up your time, but I really want to make sure this video is good for y'all. County, Mecklenburg, and United States. So please check the county field above for proper make changes if necessary. So this address is also the registered address, registered mailing address. And I'm gonna put yes. I'm gonna hit next. Principal office information. Does this business entity have a principal office, right? So that is, if you have a physical office, then you'll put yes. If you don't have a physical office, then you'll put no. Right. So let's read this. If yes, the business entity has a principal office, choose no. If the business entity does not have a choose. So I'm gonna say yes because it's a physical office. And I guess if you have a virtual, let's see, y'all. If you have a virtual address, you should be able to do it because that is a principal office address as well, right? That doesn't mean it's not a physical building. So yeah, you can do it if it's a virtual. So like principal number, our number for our office 659-0130. Our the real Alisa Applewhite at Gmail. All right. Let's decline it. All right. At gmail.com. So we're going to hit next. The principal office address, right? It's going to be the same one, 9541. Julian Clark. And it's going to be in Huntersville. North Carolina 28078. County is Mecklenburg. All right, so United States. So this address is also the principal office mailing address. Yes. And again, principal offices, can I mail it to that address? So that's why I said I don't think about your virtual address is things that you can use like Regis or iPostal. And those you can get mails to those virtual addresses, but they should have physical locations close to you so you can pick up that mail, because virtual address people, they usually make you sign to get your mail. So you should be able to physically go pick up your mail if you're going to use a virtual address. All right, so hit next. And let's see. So organizers, right? So it's just people who creating this business. A member is a person who has an ownership interest in the company, while an organizer is the person who forms the company by signing the document and submitting to the North Carolina State of for filing. A member can be the organizer, but the organizer does not have to be a member. So who created the company? CEO, owner, whatever you want to call yourself, operator. There are no entities listed, right? So you got to add the individual, right? Is the incorporator an individual or business entity, right? So the person that created the business, which is me, is I'm an individual, right? Capacity. Am I an organizer or am I both? I am going to be both because I'm gonna be an organizer of it and I'm gonna be a member as well. And then I just put in the name. Y'all, this is long. This is long. Again, Suffolk Junior Senior, and we just gonna put back 9541. But I hope it helps somebody. Ave, city. And the only reason why I'm putting in information is because I don't want it to backfire and say no, no, and won't let me go to the next step. I want y'all to go to the next step. All right. So United States. And I hit save. And now I'm up here as a member. You click me. And you can add as many, it should be just one organizer and then multiple members. But again, you're creating this business yourself. So we are going to be the member, the organizer, right? And then you hit next. And company officials, if there's no company officials listed. So here you can put like, is there an official? So if it's going to be an individual, let's do it, right? Because I want to show you. I don't want to. Chief Executive Officer. And is there going to be a second title they hold, or is it two more titles? No. So we're going to do Alisa Apple, right? And her business is 9541 Julian Park Ave. And we're in Huntersville, North Carolina, 28078. In the United States. And then you hit save, right? So the company official is Alisa Apple, right? She is the executive officer. You can add as many people as you want. It's totally up to you, right? But you're creating this business by yourself. So just go here. You can always update this information. So then next, effective date. Please provide a business email address. You always want to make sure that it is not a Gmail or at Hotmail or at Outlook, right? You want to make sure it's a domain name. But for educational purposes right now, I'm going to use the Gmail. So the real Alisa Applewhite at gmail.com. Please indicate when you want the document to become effective. So you can say effective upon filing or effective on a future date. Meaning I want, as soon as I finish all this stuff, I want my business to become effective and I can start operating. This right here means as soon as I finish filling out this stuff, right? So effective upon future date, you enter a future date below. Like when do you want it to start? You want it to start at the end of July? You want it to start in August, right? Whatever. But for educational purposes, we are going to use effective upon filing. So then we'll hit next. Provisions, right? Please provide the following attachments if required. Attach as a PDF. So make sure any document you send to the state is a PDF. If it's a really big PDF, you can use small PDF. That's one of the things that we use in our company to decrease the amount that the PDF is, so you can compress it. Any other provisions which the business entity elects to include, do not upload a creation document in the series. So I have no documents to add, so I'm not going to add them. Signature page, the date the document was executed, right? So let's say what today is, the 19th. 19th, all members listed previously must sign this document. If you enter the date the document was executed. Okay. If you have more than 3 members or organizers for the companies, please provide that information on a separate sheet of paper with their name, title, and business address, and upload when asked to provide additional information, right? You only do this, right? So we got Alisa. If you have, well, you do this with the business owner, but if you have more people on that organizer page that we use, you have to do this for each person, all right? So only if the entity executing these articles is a business entity. Please type in the name of the individual signing on behalf of the business. Otherwise, leave blank. Only if the entity executing these articles is a business entity. Please type in the title of the individual signing on behalf of the business. Otherwise, leave blank. Right? So only if the entity executing these articles is a business entity. Please type in the name of the signing on behalf of the business. So the person that's signing on behalf of this business is me. And let's see. And then I am going to be the CEO. Meaning I'm the only one that is going to sign any legal paperwork or the signature page for the business. And this can be different because you might have somebody else responsible for it. Okay. And it says, if these articles is a business entity, remember you had a choice to register as a business or an individual, and I registered as an individual. So I really didn't have to fill that out, but I did. Let's go here. So North Carolina business questions. Are you planning to hire at least one employee besides yourself? And you can put yes, you can put I don't know, whatever. This is great. This is so great. I'm so glad this popped up. Read this part right here. The Department of Labor provides posters that are required to be displayed in your business free of charge. Some companies will charge you for these posters. If you would like a free copy, please visit the Department of Labor website. A link to their website will be included in the business resources list provided above your receipt. So if you have a physical address, a brick and mortar address, right, you have to legally have the Department of Labor form somewhere in that business. And when you register your business, you'll get so many messages, mailings from companies saying, hey, you got to pay for this labor board poster. It's $85, it's $100, it's $300, right? In my first year, I didn't know it, and I went ahead and paid the $85 for it until my second year when I registered my business, and I read this little part right here, and I realized that I could have got that same $85 one for free. So y'all do not pay for no Department of Labor posters. Get yours for free by contacting the Department of Labor on their website. Okay. I hope this saves somebody $85 because I spent it. I sure did. All right. So this is not the last step. You must complete the next step to submit the filing. All right, so please look over the form below. This may take a few seconds to load and return to previous pages to make any corrections. Taking a few seconds at this point may save future time if any corrections are needed after submission. So this is important. Make sure you are looking at this and making sure it's right, because you have to pay to correct the Secretary of State. And we only want to pay one time to start with because we're just starting our business, right? So once you finish the checkout process, you'll have a chance to learn more about free or low-cost resources to help you build and grow your business. Please take a look. So it tells you right here, right? It says the filing fee is $125. This document must be filed with the Secretary of State. So it's going to cost me $125 to file my business, but my business will be established. And all this paper is everything that I filled in each box, right? So this is my Department of Secretary of State. It is going to be a limited liability company. This is my articles of organization. So if you ever hear somebody say, can you give me your articles of organization? All it is your Secretary of State registration, y'all. That's all that fancy word is. All right. So then you go here. I'm okay with it. It's fine. I hit next. Then it says filing options, business email address to send your receipt after filing goes there. Would you like your document to be expedited? Meaning, do you need your document now? Right now, North Carolina, they usually print it out and send it to you within 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. So you'll get it in the email, and then you'll get a physical copy as well. I think you pay additional for that. But would you like your document to be expedited? So for additional, if you want your document in 24 hours, you pay additional $100. So it's $100 plus the $125 for the filing. So we're gonna say nah, because we know North Carolina give it to you in like 48 hours. If filing on behalf of a client, you may enter the customer reference number here. So those are for people that are registering. Say if now that you've seen this video, you can walk it through this video and you want to, hey y'all, I want to register your business for you and all our charge is $500. Well, you give your customer a reference number and you just put the reference number in here. You're filing it based on your customer, y'all. So this is another passive way to make money, right? For people who don't know how to register business, now you know how to register business with this video. Now you hit next. Okay. So this is where I'm going to stop. Submit a filing, creating a file. Per agency policies, you get no refunds will be made for $10 or less, and the request must be made within 45 consecutive days of the receipt of payment. So here you got the fees and payment. It tells you the fee is $125. The electronic transfer fee is $3. So you're going to pay today a total of $128, right? You put in your payment type. Is it going to be checking? Is it going to be debit card? Then you put in all your billing information and you hit submit. Okay. Business registration, these are just tools that can help you, but y'all pretty much get it. Once you put in that card, you pay for it, and then the next step is to accept it. All right, so let's stop sharing here. Where are we? There we go. All right, so I gave you a lot of information today. I actually went 42 minutes, and I want to make sure that you, right, know how to register a business. So anybody who says, I don't know how to register a business, you need to be sharing this video to them. You need to be sharing this video so they can have it at night, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, so they are registering their business and they are doing it. And if you need some money on the side, like a side hustle right now, you could register people's business. You could charge them $200. You can charge them, $300. However much you want to charge. You can charge $1,000. However much you want to charge to make additional money today, you can make this money. I just showed you how to register somebody's business. And every state has, the wording is almost the same, but you can figure it out to do it the right way. All right. So we got some likes from Buffy Steve. Hey, Buffy. And Faye Williams. Hey, Mama, how you doing? All right, and let's see the comments because y'all know I like answer my comments. Let's see. So I am definitely going to purchase a ticket to the Heart of Gold Gala this October. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be there, girls, like magic. All right. Kia, I would like to know more about the foreign entities. Okay, I will definitely put that on the question list. And we appreciate you and your time, Alisa. Thank you, Kia. I appreciate it. I really do. So those are the comments. I always do that. Like I get out the comments and then I go. All right. So y'all, I always tell y'all, right? I always end it with this because I absolutely love y'all. Let's see our Instagram people up here. Carlton Applewhite. I am the realtor. Haley. Hi, how y'all doing up there, Instagram family? All right. So I always say, today I gave a lot of information and I gave enough information for anybody to go out there and start a business today. Not only create your business, but start registering people's business for them, right? So that's a side hustle right there. That's passive income, right? And you could charge again $200. You could charge $100. You could get 5 people, charge them $100 a piece. That's $500 that you made that you're looking for, right? People got your money. People just don't know that you can do this stuff, right? Including me. If you need me to register your business, right, we can definitely get a team member to register your business, right? We won't charge you much. Just give us a call, send a message. We'll get you right. So but you got to pay for the registration fees. But this is stuff that I want to teach people to help them, saying, it's not as difficult as people say it is to register your business. All right, so you can register it without feeling pressure that you cannot register. You can register your business yourself. right? And the great thing about it is if you do make any mistakes, right, while you're registering your business, you have the tutorial video that's on the website. Then you can always correct your information after you register, and just pay additional fees. But stop making excuses saying you can't start a business when you could just register it yourself. All right. So I always say to people, I absolutely love you. I am so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that God brought you to my life so I can teach you something that will change your life right now, something you can use right now that impact your lives and your children's lives. I want to tell you that I absolutely love you. Don't know who some of you are, but I absolutely love you, and thank you for spending this time with me. But God loves you way more than I ever can explain, and I ever can understand, y'all. I can't understand why God loves me the way he loves me. But it's not for my understanding. It's for me to take the love and do something with it. And I hope that you take today and you do something with it, like you're breathing right now. 1 o'clock is not promised, 3 o'clock is not promised, 5 o'clock is not promised, but right now is promised. So do what you're doing right now to take your life and your business to the next level. So I will see you tomorrow, because today is Wednesday. Yeah. I won't see you on Friday, but I will see you tomorrow definitely. Thank you for coming. Bye. Healthcare is affected by everything, right? You could be walking and have a stroke or have a heart attack. Now you are in the healthcare system, right? You can just all of a sudden start having mental issues, and now you're in the healthcare system, right? You could be minding your business and somebody can come in and shoot you, or hit your car or something like that, and now you are in the healthcare arena. And this is why healthcare is so important to me, because to me it matters who's at the bedside, right? So I always say to people, it doesn't matter to me that I have a nurse that say, hey, I'm a nurse, or I'm a CNA, and they show up at the building, right? That doesn't show me their integrity. Their integrity, their accountability, their professionalism, it shows when the door is closed. That is how you know how true a person is to their mission of being a healthcare professional, right? It's how they treat the patients with the doors closed. And my goal is to help to educate healthcare staffing owners and also medical professionals, and again, hospitals, on how to help medical professionals get back to that mindset of how to treat people when the door is closed.